Previously on
hey,
TVSins.
You really should just call me Simon.
I like to do drawings.
Come on, ladies. Show uses same high school name from the Wonder Years, and then later Glee. What is it about William McKinley and coming-of-age shows? Also, President McKinley was from Ohio. There's no way a Michigan school is going with a guy from the state that shall not be named when Gerald Ford's an option. We just saw Coach Biff get on a player for not being on the field, so why does this Romeo get to skip out? Is his position on the team starting plot conveniencer?
It's just that I love you so much. It scares me.
Ashley and Brett.
You really like Bill Murray, don't you?
Of all the things I was bullied for in school, I can guarantee you that my love of Bill Murray was not one of them.
Man, I hate high school.
Considering Linda Cardellini was 24 when she shot this, I'm just impressed she still remembers high school. Wait, where did that sky blue background come from? Just a second ago, she sat down in front of what can only be described as a gigantic sandpaper bath towel, and now she's Linda in the sky with diamonds. This is not how picture day works, since you would be generally called by class. There is no way for our main characters to be shot in order. Opening credit sequence contains no Becky Ann Baker or Joe Flaherty. This yearbook page could never exist. Shouldn't it be alphabetized by class? How would Sam's picture be on the same page as his sister who is 2 years older than him, let alone on the same page as Harry Osborn, Marshall Erickson, and the Green Hornet?
You know, I ran into Mrs. Patton today at Farmer Jack.
Rest in peace, Farmer Jack. I guess it's not always savings time after all.
I had a friend that used to smoke. You know what he's doing now? He's dead. Now you think smoking makes you look cool? Let's go dig him up now and see how cool he looks.
My mom would use the Adam Walsh story to make me scared to leave her side in grocery stores when I was a kid. Just saying, 80s parents were f***ed up when it came to teaching lessons, and that's totally worth a sin. Lima beans.
I'm sorry, did I crush your Twinkies?
Pop quiz. I'm sorry, did I crush your Twinkies was A, a sports bra company slogan, B, what the hostess delivery man said to me yesterday when he dropped off my monthly supply, C, the name of my Christian agro-tech ska fusion band in high school, or D, what Busy Phillips should say sarcastically to Seth Rogen after she kicks him in the nuts for grabbing her ass later. Also, if this bully bullied any harder, his name would have to be Bully McBullerson III.
What are you gonna do, go crying to your sister? Sam Rear?
Sam Rear? There's no way this 80s asshat doesn't go with Sam Queer there. Not a chance. And yes, of course that's offensive, but isn't that the point?
Oh my God, you're such a woman.
That's womanist. Hardy har, someone changed the sign to say trass instead of trash. We can even see they put the H down there in the corner. But why wouldn't you just go all the way and take the T and the R as well? I mean, if you're gonna do it, why not at least put in a little effort?
Ow!
I'm sorry, your butt was calling to me.
1980s butt dials were a lot more inappropriate than today. These three in this show together, with Apatow and Feig all just getting their start, just kind of boggles the mind. This single show could be considered solely responsible for the existence of 40-Year-Old Virgin, Knocked Up, Funny People, Superbad, Pineapple Express, Forgetting Sarah Marshall, This Is the End, Bridesmaids, and an appaton of other things too. Some great, some good, some not so much. But if you do the math, I'm guessing it all adds up to at least 5 sins off.
Dad's making you go to the dance? Man, what's that all about?
Who's your dad? Hitler?
We got Hitler jokes, y'all.
Disco sucks. I hate disco.
Between this, Last Days of Disco, and Detroit Rock City, there was a lot of disco bashing in the late 90s. Wait, maybe that's not a sin. But without disco, we'd have no knock on wood. So my hands are tied.
Friend of yours? Lynn's?
I'll be right back, okay?
Kid tries to fit in with the cool kids, but first has to distance him or herself from the old nerdy friends by hurting their feelings cliche.
We're trying to raise money to buy the school computer.
This show is truly funny, but the first 12 minutes has pretty much been a series of references where everyone watching in 1999 could think, hey, remember when computers were scarce? Or Caddyshack was a thing? Or people thought John Francis Daley would be the breakout star of this show?
You should handle Alan the same way Han Solo dealt with Jabba the Hutt.
Step on his tail and beg him for more time? Oh right, your edition wasn't special. Also, if this is the fall of 1980, he's certainly seen Empire by now, right? As far as he knows, that strategy ends up with Solo encased in carbonite forever, with no one ever knowing how a random border guard gave him his name.
Oh yeah, that's real great, you know. Why don't you blow your nose in some bread and make me a sandwich, too?
Busy Phillips is awesome, and the fact that she seems to be mostly known these days as Michelle Williams +1 at award ceremonies feels like a sin.
I'm sorry. Let's be friends.
What is up with all the paper Mrs. Green Book is carrying around? Is she attending a ticker tape parade later?
You're dead, Weird.
Chauncey the Party feels like the equivalent of Sigourney Weaver's character in Galaxy Quest. He has one job to do, so he's going to make sure he does it over and fucking over again. What kind of teacher would put all the scrawny nerds on one team and all the jocks on the other? Oh, right. Why did the whole game just stop for this moment? I'm sure some of those balls have bounced back in play for the other side, and they've been flying so fast and furious before this, I'd swear Vin Diesel was involved. Field hockey.
Carter, he's some president, right?
Oh.
I mean, yeah, he's really doing a hell of a job.
Oh, he's doing a hell of a job.
And to think I used to root for that kid when he played goalie for the Ducks. Shame on you, Goldberg. Shame all the way on you. I like Ben Foster as much as the next guy, but man, this episode goes through hell and high water to hammer home the special needs abuse, where the homophobic slurs and political stabs not enough. Seriously, this Eli shaming is all over this pilot. Let's just go ahead and tack on 10 cents.
And I'm the mean one? How does that work?
Actually, yes, you most definitely are. Even in 1980, we seem to be playing by the social media rules of shaming.
Is it a boy?
No.
Hey, you can tell me.
Discount Chris Elliott here is the guidance counselor who cares a little too much. You know, instead of the guidance counselor who doesn't care at all, which according to TV are apparently the only two choices. You do know that there are occasionally counselors that care the exact right amount in the world that might be an actual help to students if you weren't too busy scaring them off from actually seeking it out, right, TV?
Guide.
Are you looking for a fight, dork?
Sudden convenient bully is suddenly convenient.
All right, after class, you and me are cutting out of here.
Nick should say it a little louder. There might be a couple teachers in the school that didn't hear him.
Yeah, I got something to show you. That it's gonna make you feel better.
And this, kids, is How I Met Your Mother.
6 more pieces. I got a bigger kit than Neil Peart from Rush.
The biggest kit Pert ever played was about 40 pieces, and you just said you had 14 mounted toms, 8 floor toms, 4 splashes, 2 gongs, 10 cowbells, 4 rides, 5 snares, 1 roto tom rack, and 4 kick drums. I hired someone to do the math, and it appears you've already got 52 pieces, meaning your drummed up tomfoolery about needing more ain't fooling anyone around here.
I can't make you be a mathlete, but I can make you work the refreshment table at the homecoming dance.
Can you, though? Why would one extracurricular activity be different from another?
Wait a minute. You guys fought Alan.
No, we got hit by a car.
PFC Hirschberg would be geektastic at TVSins. They've picked up Sticks Come Sail Away to play here, and with all the top-notch licensed music in this thing, I'm starting to wonder if they are going to have enough money to make a season 2.
Snowballs! Where's the f***ing Twinkies?
You can't wear stuff like that at church, man.
The best art is understood by the fewest number of people.
Former greenskeeper now about to become the Masters champion.
It's in the hole! I drive a Dodge Stratus! You don't talk about my Dodge Stratus that way!
I just got first hair on bowl.
Hey, you're the Africa girl, right?
Yeah.
I'm Kevin Napor, captain of the North Shore Mathletes.
I f***ed Lindsay Lohan. She kept calling me Jake Gyllenhaal. That's f***ed up. Yeah, I said, call me the Prince of Persia.
Oh, right in the testicles. Ouch, town population, you, bro!
It just smears the whole world suck.
It's so hard here because I would always leave my cereal boxes open and the cereal would get stale. And so one day I came home and had this waiting for me because it keeps my cereal fresh. And now I have the freshest cereal. And it's all mounted on my infamous quadruple kick drum system. 6 more pieces. I got a bigger kit than Neil Peart from Rush.
I could have used a little more cowbell.
Randy lay there like a slug. It was his only defense.
My mother would not approve of this, Coach. She'd like me to live to be bar mitzvahed,